So there have been many heroes and characters that are powerless without certain things. Thor was nothing without Mjolnir. Of course, there is the legend of half-screen Scully. He was half the Among Us player before he was fully upgraded to a full screen. And I was that person. I had Family Guy as strengths, and I couldn't watch the old era. But now I finally have access to Family Guy seasons 1 through 4 on Disney Prime. So now I have my Mjolnir. I am now full screen Scully, and I am finally going to win a fucking #1 contenders match in TV.
Well, for a second, I thought you were going to say I was your Mjolnir. So I'm glad that you having access to your TV shows is what you were talking about. I'm excited. I think you're going to take this down. I know you've been working hard for it, and I'm ready for a great match here.
Zaddeus, you're really nice, dude. But I the Black Lantern has to get a championship match or something.
Tell me why Brooklyn doesn't like Bad Street. Tell me what. Oh, I'm up. I'm sorry. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, the Z-Man, Zaddeus Smith. That's Z-A-D-D. And, I am glad to be back home in my TV Throwdown lair. And listen, I'm going to get a good friend of mine, at least somebody I consider a good friend, the Black Lion Brooklyn Vail. I know he's looking for that win. I know he's going to give it everything tonight. So you know what? Of course, that the Z-Man wants to win. Especially, I want to get back up into that title chase and hopefully get that vacated title belt wrapped back around my waist, or if we're being honest, right around my shoulder, you know what I mean. But listen, I loved being a TV champion. When I was TV champion, I loved just playing TV matches, period, overall. So it doesn't matter tonight whether I win or whether I lose tonight, because the most important thing to me, and you know this, I know this, Brooklyn knows this, Tim knows this, and so does Joe. The most important thing tonight is that we make sure that this match is entertaining us, HE double hockey sticks. And that's for you, the people.
All right, we are here one step closer to filling that singles title, so to speak. I'm not alone in this. I am joined, of course, by Mr. Joe outside. Joe, you had a chance for this, but you lost against Alec, your longtime rival. How you feeling, and how do you have a favorite going into this?
Well, you see, I am feeling cold. It is very cold where I'm at right now at this undisclosed safe house.
It looks like your porch.
All right, cut the signal. Anyway, both of these guys are really strong players. They both really have a good chance. We've seen Zaddeus versus Alec before, so I think. Have we seen Brooklyn versus Alec before?
I think we have. I don't think it went Brooklyn's way, because I think that's when Alec made his.
Yep, that was on his first run. Yep. So we'd be getting a rematch either way. So I'd be excited to see either of them go to play either Alec or Richard Schwartz afterwards, because we're either getting cool rematches or we're getting a very exciting first-time title picture.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see fresh blood in there, or we could have the Battle of Titans so far with Zaddeus and Alec in a rematch. There's a lot of possibilities with these four, but let's get into it. Let's bring him in. You know him. You love him. He says he does it for the people. Z-Man Zaddeus Smith.
What's up, good people?
How we doing tonight, Zaddeus?
Doing good, man. Doing well tonight. Been looking forward to this match against a good friend. And then, plus, I know that if I get any release date years incorrect, I know some sandwiches are coming my way, right?
I don't know about that, but let's bring in the Mustard Tiger himself and his manager, Corey. Brooklyn, how you feeling?
Zaddeus, you're about to go on a space ride with a cowboy, baby. Y-I-E-I-A, motherfucker.
This is what happens when you give Brooklyn something to work with for once. All right. Well, both of them seem ready. So let's go into it. Joe, this is a 3-round matchup. I have you here. Explain the rules for round number 1.
All right. So round number 1 is, of course, the whiteboard round. Both competitors will hear 8 questions from 8 predetermined TV shows, 6 of them being strength shows that competitors gave 3 to each of us, 2 being random shows that the question writers decided, hey, let's ask about this. Each competitor will have 15 seconds to write down their answer. When their name is called after the 15 seconds is up, they will verbalize and show their whiteboard to the screen. If they get it right, they get a point. If they get it wrong, they don't get a point, but there is no penalty for getting it wrong in round 1. And of course, each competitor has 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the course of this match.
All right. And with that, let's get into it. To give Joe a break, I will take the odds. Joe can take the evens. So let's start in with your first question. The Vampire Diaries. Something Zaddeus has written to the grave. Name one of the 2 cast members who have directed an episode of the Vampire Diaries. There's a lot of shows where a lot of actors like to take their chances with directing. Jonathan Frakes with Star Trek for TNG in the later seasons. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes, but we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Zaddeus.
Paul Wesley
and Brooklyn.
I think she's in this show. Kristen Bell?
One of you is correct, and it is Zaddeus.
I said, good job, Brooklyn.
The other person was Ian Somerhalder.
All right. Your second question comes from the show Big Mouth. Who voices Seth Goldberg?
Brooklyn, remember to keep it PG.
You asked about Big Mouth and you expect someone to keep it PG.
Yeah, it was destined to fail. I know that. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brooklyn.
Well, I'm assuming that you're referring to the Seth Rogen character from the camp.
And Zaddeus.
Yeah, Seth Rogen. Don't forget Brooklyn. Hashtag Brooklyn for Bat Street.
Both of them get the point. Let's never repeat that ever again.
Staying on the board.
All right. Your third show comes in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What is the full name of the Ghost Rider? First and last name.
Oh.
Gotta love comic books.
Yes. At least it wasn't Nick Cage. He already ruined Rider for us. We'll go 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Zaddeus' first repeat in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What is the full name of the Ghost Rider? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Zaddeus.
That was definitely needed. Robbie Reyes.
And Brooklyn.
No, he's right. I didn't have it.
Zaddeus does have it. It is Robbie Reyes.
All right. Your fourth question comes in the category of recess. Name 2 of the 4 Ashleys.
And to be fair, if you don't want to write Ashley twice, just write the last name or the letter of the last name.
In college, we had 4 people on the same floor, all named Joe. 3 of them roomed together. I lived in a single.
I was going to say, were you by yourself? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Brooklyn.
I thought I was going to show off, but I was like, nah, actually Q and S. Hashtag N Zinc.
Zaddeus?
Actually, A and Q.
I have A and Q. I don't have an Ashley S for the
Ashley,
four.
there was an entire there was an entire episode when they revealed that Ashley was a member. I'm challenging that question.
All right, coming back from Brooklyn's challenge, here's what we're going to do. For the question, I said name 2 of the 4 Ashleys. Spinelli does join for the Ashleys for an episode they have it. So both of them will get points. I will accept it. Both of them will get points. So both of them do get a point from this. So moving on, I do believe it is the 5th question in the rookie. What police force is John Nolan a rookie of? Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Zaddeus.
Just pick the city. San Francisco.
And Brooklyn.
NYPD.
Both incorrect. It is the LAPD. Zaddeus is right on the West Coast, but just the wrong city.
All right. Your 6th question from the show Angel. What city does Angel take place in?
You can always add anything for these random shows. But we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brooklyn.
It's Toronto, or it's like somewhere in like the Michigan area, I think.
Zaddeus.
Is it Los Angeles?
That is correct. It is Los Angeles that it takes place in. Oh, is it mine? Oh, okay. Sorry. All right, your penultimate question comes in Arrow. Who plays the role of Quentin Lance? A show I have a feeling I know when these two face off in teams, we'll probably see it again. I'm gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Zaddeus.
Paul Blackthorne.
And Brooklyn.
Whiteboard.
Zaddeus does get a point.
All right. Your last question in round 1 comes in Family Guy. What game show does Brian star on during season 4? I once hosted a game show called Jeopardy. It was like Jeopardy, but all the answers included the name Joe.
So it was kind of like a...
Hey, Peter!
So kind of like a Malcolm rules for a random.
Repeat the question.
All right. Brooklyn's first repeat. What game show does Brian star on during season 4?
Oh,
5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 1.25. I think Brooklyn's ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
0.5. Who did Dallas draft? Okay, well, 0 hands down. Let's go to Brooklyn.
Game show is a bit of a stretch. Blind date.
And Zaddeus.
I just put prices right.
The correct answer is The Bachelorette.
Okay.
Yes, The Bachelorette when he did the when they came to Quahog.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. There is a cutaway gag that he isn't blind date.
Yep. Yeah. I was gonna say I was like close because the cutaway gag is he's just like I hate dating shows and that's why.
Yeah. It was a funny episode, but starting to get in that borderline of weird. But that's when it stopped being good after season 4. But at the end of round number 1, we are at Joe. I believe our score is 6-2 coming out of that in favor of Zaddeus.
That is what I have.
All right. Well, with that, Joe, what are the rules for round number 1 or round number 2?
All right. The rules for round number 2, we will bring up a wheel from wheeldecide.com. The wheel has all 6 strength shows as well as opponents and spinner's choice. The person in the lead will choose rather to spin first or second. Whenever the wheel is spun, the competitors can choose whether to stick on the first spin. If they don't like their first spin, they may spin again. But they have to keep their second spin. If it ever lands on players or opponent's choice, they must stick with players or opponent's choice. In round 2, there will be 4 questions, each worth 2 points apiece. You can drop down to multiple choice, making the point value also drop down to a single point. There is stealing in round 2, so be listening to the question and jumping on those steal chances if and when they come up.
All right. With that in hand, Zaddeus, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to your very Canadian opponent?
I'll defer.
All right. Brooklyn, Corey, your first spin is away. And it lands on arrow.
Yeah, we're spinning again.
Are you sure, Brooklyn? You don't want to keep it?
Nah.
All right. This one you are stuck with.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
It is recess.
All right, your first question in round 2. Which one of the 6 main kids did not debut until episode 2?
Gus, final answer.
All right, 2 big points. Your second question. Who is the principal of the series?
Peter Prickly.
That is correct. That's not a team's match, so we do not need final answer.
Okay.
Good idea.
Yes.
All right. What is the name of the king of the playground?
King Bob.
All right, that is correct. And who is a master of dodgeball who went under the name of El Diablo?
Oh, that was Gus.
Yep, that is correct. One of the rare instances where there is the same answer to multiple questions. Rarely ever happens. I didn't write this match.
Yes. It does happen every so often, but yes. With that, Brooklyn gets a clean sweep, gets 8 points, bringing them to 10. But it's still Zaddeus' turn at the wheel. So we will go back to the wheel.
Good job.
For
Man.
Zaddeus.
Thanks, dude.
Zaddeus, are you ready for your first spin?
Let's go.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'll keep it.
Okay. I'll go ahead and proctor your questions for this. All right. Are you ready for your first question, Zaddeus?
Yeah, 4 questions. Yeah, first of 4, right?
Yes.
Just making sure, yeah.
Okay. Your first question. In the episode 084, what South American country does the team travel to for the 084?
Give me multiple choice.
Your options are A, Brazil, B, Peru, C, Chile, or D, Argentina.
I'm going to say Brazil.
Brooklyn, a chance for a 1-point steal.
Peru.
That is correct. It is Peru. All right, Zaddeus, your second question. In the flashbacks in the episode Shadows, Peggy is joined by Dum Dum Dugan and what other Howling commando on a secret mission to a Nazi Hydra camp?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Happy Sam Sawyer, B, Joquise Derrinaire, I mispronounce that every time, C, Jim Morita, or D, Gabe Jones.
Jim Morita.
That is correct for 1 point. Your third question. Who is the new Inhuman that the team encounters in the episode Laws of Nature? And I just need a first name.
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Jim, B, Johnny, C, Joey, or D, Jacob.
Joey.
Correct for a point. And your final question. In the Agents of Hydra arc in Season 4, which member of Coulson's team is Ada's right-hand man?
Leopold Fitz.
Correct for 2 points.
Snicky's up by 1 now.
I
you're up
believe
by 1.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got me by 1.
11
Yeah.
to 10.
Yep, yeah, that still puts you up by 1.
All right, coming out of that one, Zaddeus able to catch up. We're in a 1-point game. Brooklyn ahead by 1, 11 to 10. Joe, how does round 3 work?
All right, round 3 works like this. We are going to bring back up the wheel, but this time the wheel does not have opponents or spinner's choice on it. It just has the 6 strength shows. The player behind will spin first, and if they don't like their first spin, they can spin again. But like in round 2, they have to stick on their second spin. In round 3, each show has 2 sets of questions. One set has a 1-point question, a 2-point question, and a 3-point question, and the second set has a 2, 4, and a 6-point question. The second set is stealable, and the player behind must pick a set of questions that will get them to take the lead or at least tie. In this case, Zaddeus is behind. He will spin first, but because of the point deficit, he can choose either the first or second set of questions.
All right, up at the wheel, Zaddeus, you are down by 1, so you will go first. Are you ready for your first spin?
Yes, sir.
Your first spin is away. Of course it does. The Vampire Diaries.
I won't be. I'm never a risk taker. But no, I'm just gonna stick 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Right by me, but yeah.
All right.
If I can get the lead though.
I'll go ahead and proctor your questions for the Vampire Diaries. 1, 2, and 3. All right, Zaddeus, your 1-point question in the Vampire Diaries. Who is the handsome and fascinating new student at Mystic Falls that Elena and her friends are enamored with in Season 1?
Stefan Salvatore.
Correct for 1 point. We're tied up now. Your 2-point question. Who is Jeremy's rival that Matt's sister Vicky is hanging around with and one rejecting Jeremy?
Tyler.
2
Rockwood.
points.
Yeah.
Sorry, we wouldn't have accepted Fuckboy, Brooklyn, Chance to Steal.
I said he is a fuckboy too.
He is. But okay. Your 3-point question. How does the Gilbert device immobilize a vampire?
Not really too sure how specific we want to go with this, but it lets out a piercing noise like that immobilizes, that pretty much incubates vampires and any supernatural creature, vampires and werewolves, by like paralyzing them and making them drop down, and that's how they grounded them all up.
Correct for 3 points. It's basically
I would have given it to you, Zaddeus.
Yeah. Yeah. You basically just explained the basic I had of it and then went more with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, it's happened before where it's just like this is the league where over explaining doesn't cost you a point. We're just like, you know what, you love this show so much, have the point for knowing it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say it just also Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, with that, Joe, what's our score now while I bring back up the wheel for Brooklyn?
The score is 16-11. Zaddeus was able to sweep his round 3. But this also does mean that still Brooklyn can, with Brooklyn only being down by 5, he can take either set of questions and to either tie or take the lead. If he just misses the first question, and if you take the first set, it would be impossible he would force a tie.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. Brooklyn, are you ready for your first spin?
Not at all.
Well, too bad. And it lands on Vail.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3 because 2, 4, 6 fucked me over last time. So yeah, cool. I'm either winning this on the last question or I'm losing it on the last question.
Go get him, buddy.
All
right. You know what? Sorry, Joe. I really want to do this, so I'm going to give him Family Guy for 1, 2, 3 because I want to see how this goes down.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Brooklyn, you're taking the 1, 2, and 3. Your first question: what is the full name of Lois's father?
Carter Petersmith.
Correct for 1 point. You are now within 4. Your 2 point. What do Peter, Joe, Cleveland, and Quagmire win a costume contest dressed as?
The A-Team.
2 big points. It all comes down to this, folks. The 3-point question, Brooklyn. Your 3-point question. When we see Peter, Cleveland, Joe, and Quagmire do karaoke in the Clam, what song do they sing?
Really good game, Zaddeus. Don't Stop Believing by Journey. Final answer.
And your winner. Moving on to a championship match against either Alec Miller or Richard Schwartz. He is the Black Lantern, Brooklyn Vail. Joe, incredible game. Family Guy did not fuck over Brooklyn this time. The wheel, honestly, kind to both of them. But what's your thoughts real quick before we go into post-match?
That was a hell of a match. The wheel said, let's just make this a fair match and see who knows more about what they love. And I love matches like that where it just shows who really is knowledgeable about what they love. There's no screwing over. It's no, I didn't study my opponent's strengths. It's just I know what I know, and I know the shows I love, which you gotta love to see. Both these players know the shows they love, and they know a little about other shows as well. Brooklyn edged him out, so I'm excited to see what comes up in the championship match.
All right, and with that, let's go to post-match right now. Right, we are back with our winner, Brooklyn Vail, going to his first title match. Brooklyn, how are you guys feeling after this big win?
So that steal ended up being huge because I think because we were tied going into round 3. I think I have to go as the lower ranked competitor, and then I don't get I don't think I would have gotten I would have gotten Family Guy on the second spin, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, I think you definitely got, the good side of fortune by getting your strengths when you were spinning the wheel. But I think you might have spent a combined total of 5 seconds thinking about the answers for those questions. So I think that goes to show that you know your stuff when you get your strengths. So if you get your strengths, those points are there for you to get. And if you can get them in the championship match for the title, you're going to be dangerous for sure.
Yeah, like I'm honestly kicking myself on the round 1 Family Guy question because the answer that I put down is a cutaway gag in that episode. So I think I'm just like hyper focused on all those little details. But yeah, no, Zaddeus had a really good job. But if recess is on the wheel, and I get it, I'm gonna be clean sweeping it. So
Well, I mean, yeah, you had a great game with this one, Brooklyn, and I mean, it's going to be a challenge with the title match being a 5-round matchup. Who do you want to face more out of the two potential suitors, I guess you could say, with either Alec or Richard?
Richard would be fun because I want to kick his ass again. Did it in teams, so let's just do it again in singles. And with Alec, I shot myself in the foot the first time. I got aggressive with some Grey's Anatomy answers, and I think I'm a little more honed in with kind of my big three: Big Mouth, Recess, and Family Guy. I think I cannot be touched in those shows. But yeah.
All right. Well, with that, Brooklyn, you have secured your spot in the championship match. We will see who you will face later on. So congratulations again to you and your manager. We will see you in the title picture. All right, we're back with our unfortunate runner-up in this. I'm not going to say loser because it's still an impressive record and just showing you've had in TV so far. But Zaddeus, how you feeling after that?
Yeah, I feel good. I'm a little disappointed in my round 2 performance, but like his manager said, like he murked that round 2, and then Peru was not even on my spectrum of what the answers could have been. So that be a question that was up there to be stolen. So I give nothing but props to Brooklyn. I'm looking forward to see this title, this upcoming title match. Doesn't matter if it's against Alec, the former champion, or against Richard. That would be cool to see. It would be cool to see two new guys like vying for the title. I admit that. As a fan of TV, that would be good. Only one thing I regret is that I'm 33 years old, right? And parents are like, cover your kids' ears right now. Cover your kids' ears right now. I have never seen so many penises over the last couple of weeks than I did see in the TV show Big Mouth, and it never came up. I watched this show for nothing. Like,
here's the thing I say, Zaddeus. Whenever I write questions to weird TV shows, never say never. So far, I've had Big Mouth questions in Brooklyn's matches. One I'm shooting for is fairy tale weddings from Disney that Kane's girlfriend made me fucking watch. Those questions are still there. I will goddamn fucking use them. I don't care if I have to do a fucking TV random of nothing with fairy tale fucking weddings. I'm going to do it.
I would say it was a good show though. As mind blown as I was, it was a good fun show to watch. But I'm overall still pleased with this match. Should maybe have a little bit more courage in that third round to go for the higher bracket, but this was Brooklyn's night. This is the path of the Black Lantern, and I'm ready to see how it ends. Like, so keep on going, my dude.
Well, I mean, you're not done for the year because there's still the singles tournament, and even with this loss, you still have a very high seed in that, so it's going to be dangerous to see you go through that. But you and Brooklyn will also face again in teams, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes into that of, I don't know, will it be you and Eli just getting your revenge on Brooklyn and Jim? So, I mean, it could be, it could be the revenge of the reversals. We don't know. But, I mean, with that, like I said, we will see you again later in the year, of course, with singles and with teams because you guys are still in the teams tournament. So, yeah, I mean, is there anyone you're looking forward to facing real quick in the tournament once we get to that in August? Is there anyone you're eyeing for to face up in that first round?
Not really eyeing, but I'll keep on the back burner to see how the team tournament goes because, I'm actually going to say now, I'm looking forward to seeing me and Richard face off and if me and Richard ever does face off, Richard, I'm telling you this, I don't care what, like, we have great shows. I had the Vampire Diaries. I love the Vampire Diaries. But me and you, we go back. We go back like Apple Jacks. So I say, if we ever do face off, even though it won't be a true Arrowverse match, all three of our strengths should come from the Arrowverse, just to see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope you get that matchup, Zaddeus. I really hope in round 1 you don't end up with me because I will be entering that tournament. And my God, for whoever I face, you're done. But
okay. Yeah, I know. All I gotta do is watch Chernobyl with you, man. I got it. I've been watching Chernobyl back and forth.
I have more to really piss you off with, Zaddeus, so don't worry.
And don't forget hashtag Brooklyn for Backstreet.
All right, with that, we will throw it back at the desk and just close it out of here with Joe and myself. Joe, incredible matchup. Both these guys played their hearts out, but it was just Brooklyn's night tonight, going into its very first title match in TV Throwdown. A new, determined Brooklyn, I guess you could say we have. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to be dangerous for whoever wins that other side.
It is going to be exciting. I think the other side is they're also very hungry, but I think Brooklyn's hungry. I think Brooklyn has what it takes, and I think we could see Brooklyn going the distance. And it's like I said earlier in the chat, Brooklyn has a path to becoming a double belted champion in the TV division. He just has to get through. He just has to get through 2 matches. He just has to get through 2 more matches in TV.
In teams, yeah.
In TV teams, and he's in a title picture, and he already has a title picture for this. He's a very dominant force and a threat in this division for sure.
Yes, I mean, very true. I cannot wait for that. That will be closer down the corner as soon as we get closer to the end of the teams tournament. But for the end of this match, you'll see the other 2 round 1 matchups before this one, and then this one will be the final one for today. So I hope you've enjoyed your stacked day of 3 matches today. We will see you next time in 2 more weeks. We'll see you with 3 more TV matchups. So we'll see you later. For all of us, stay watching TV and the rest of that Multiplex entertainment content. We'll see you next time.